Yale University School of Music has an enviable reputation, having graduated musicians who conduct and play in important orchestral groups and composers who work in a variety of fields. Of the many courses offered in the music curricula, perhaps the most unusual is composing for the motion picture.
Can we have, please, measure 41. Want to take it again? 1, 2. Perfect.
The musicians are all students of the music school. They are performing a score written by a student composer for a special film project she has selected as her graduate thesis.
Jerry?
Yes?
We need more clarinet.
Would you run through from measure 63 to the end, please?
Yes.
And this particular example, which is from Bartók's Concerto for Orchestra, imitates laughter in various ways, from a horse laugh to raspberry.
Since the entrance requirements for the course are difficult, there are only a handful of students in a class led by Frank LEWIN, who is himself a well-known composer of music scores that include operas, films, and television dramas.
There was a kind of the Tchaikovsky old Russian music.
Early in the semester, each student chooses a film to work with from a selection of outstanding short subjects that have had commercial music scores written for them originally. But their soundtracks have been removed. The student will not hear the original music until he completes his own version at the end of the semester.
Here, all you're concerned with is getting the good takes, and if you don't have one good continuous take, you can intercut between two takes.
LEWIN demonstrates how dialogue, narration, and sounds can be used with music to create dramatic effect. As they progress, the students will learn to distinguish between concert music and writing music for a visual medium to arouse special feelings in an audience.
You're going purely for sound here. Mm-hmm. You're not worried about, presumably it works for the picture.
Right, yeah.
Gary Smart is a concert pianist as well as composer. He has chosen a film called Water's Edge because the flow of silent images appeals to his musical sense.
It's just the water in the air.
Gary must decide what instruments to use in his music. They have to match the character of the film's subject. Shall he use the harp for a feeling of symmetry, or a saxophone? That might be interesting, but has it the range?
Because it's all free, and it will be different every time it's played. Let's see. The string parts.
Learning the mechanics of his trade, Gary works at a film editing machine, measuring the exact length of the scenes he will compose to. He'll come back to the editing room later, when he's ready to assemble the final recorded music. The actual scoring is performed at Sprague Hall, where concerts are often held on campus. As musical director now, Gary operates from the control studio. All his energies focused at this critical moment on getting out of this final performance what he conceived in his score. The only thing that now remains is the final marriage of music and image.
Yeah, I want that. The class, yeah.
Back in the early 1960s, when the laser was first being developed,